On April 10, 2006, a passenger plane landed in the Gulf Coast town of Ciudad del Carmen. Moments later, a special forces team stormed the aircraft, uncovering over 5 tons of cocaine on board, valued at more than $100 million. However, the most valuable discovery wasn't the drugs, it was the documents related to the plane's purchase. It turned out the aircraft had been acquired by the Sinaloa cartel through the American bank Wachovia. A government investigation revealed that, in collaboration with the bank, the cartel had managed to launder $380 billion. For context, that's roughly 1/3 of Mexico's official economy. And what penalty did the bank face? A fine amounting to just 2% of its profits. And this is only one of many such cases. With their illicit profits, criminals buy luxury cars, vacation on yachts, and invest in high-end real estate. And all of it is made possible by a certain craft. This craft involves not only banks, but also major auction houses, crypto exchanges, and even popular video games. Every year, criminals around the world funnel an estimated $4 trillion into the legal economy, much of which remains hidden in the shadows. Why is money laundering the crown jewel of organized crime, without which modern economies would be hard to imagine? And what schemes do criminals use to spend their dirty money? Let's dive in. The life of a criminal is tough. Not only is illegal income risky to earn, but spending it can be even more challenging. Laundering is the end game. Without it, many crimes would lose their purpose. This conclusion was reached as early as the early 20th century by Al Capone. Earning staggering sums, $60 million annually, from illegal alcohol sales, the mafia leader couldn't make large purchases because he was under constant police scrutiny. This method hasn't aged out of relevance. Every money laundering scheme consists of 3 stages. First, the criminal funds need to somehow enter the legal financial system. This is the riskiest stage since it's the easiest point to identify the perpetrators. That's where money mules come in, low-income individuals who, for a fee, transfer dirty money to foreign bank accounts. Where do these mules come from? They are recruited through forums and dating websites, often targeting people in desperate need of money. The key requirement is a clean banking history. Shell companies transfer dirty money to the mules' accounts, which then funnel it to the intended banks. Needless to say, this work is poorly paid and highly risky. Penalties can reach tens of thousands of dollars, and the risk of spending years behind bars is very real. Because mules are frequently caught, criminals sometimes stash their funds until the heat dies down, only using them years later. In the second stage, the money's trail is thoroughly obscured. It is continuously moved and transformed with the sole aim of hiding its true source. To conceal the real owners of the funds, offshore companies, set up in special low-tax zones with business-friendly conditions, are often used. These shell companies engage in equally fictitious transactions. Real goods and services are absent, or if they are sold, it's at grossly undervalued, nominal prices. In Panama and the Cayman Islands, tens of thousands of companies exist only on paper. The Panama Papers, published in 2016, shed light on tax evasion schemes involving politicians, businessmen, and criminal groups from around the world. The final stage is integration, the entire point of the operation. The laundered money is deposited into accounts, ready to be spent in the legitimate economy. Yachts, jewelry, and luxury properties are purchased. Often, the money is moved to another country, understandably so, since foreign jurisdictions tend to have shorter legal reach. In practice, these stages often merge, evolve, and repeat until the money is fully laundered. One classic method involves the use of casinos. A criminal purchases a large amount of chips, places a few symbolic bets, and then cashes out the remainder as winnings, funds that now appear legitimate. In 2014, Macau saw a wave of such operations, with billions of dollars flowing out of China and transforming into anonymous assets abroad. Another popular scheme involves fake lotteries. Criminals buy winning tickets from legitimate winners for cash and then present them as lawful sources of income. In 2013, Colombian police uncovered a network where more than 30 large lottery prizes had been claimed by criminal figures. The laundered money was subsequently invested in legitimate businesses. In 2015, FIFA became embroiled in a global scandal when it was revealed that top football players and sports agents were laundering money through fake transfers and shell football clubs. One of the most infamous cases involved Premier League players suspected of hiding income in offshore accounts. Through deals disguised as transfers, clubs and agents evaded taxes. We often see how money laundering goes unpunished due to the influence of those involved in these schemes. However, some do face consequences. Bernie Madoff, one of the most notorious fraudsters in history, built a Ponzi scheme worth over $65 billion. While his primary crime was fraud, money laundering was a critical part of his operation. In 2009, he received the maximum sentence of 150 years in prison. Yet even with the confiscation of Madoff's assets, including luxury homes and yachts, only a small fraction of the victims' losses were recovered. The art market is another effective tool for laundering. Art transactions often involve opaque pricing, and buyers frequently remain anonymous. The proof of this isn't hard to find. In the early 2010s, when the Mexican government introduced a law requiring buyer identities to be disclosed, art sales dropped by 70%. The ease of transporting artwork makes it an excellent vehicle for laundering. One famous case involved a Brazilian banker who shipped the painting Hannibal to the United States, declaring its value at $100. Customs officers cleared the painting without question. However, the banker was later caught, the painting was confiscated, and it eventually sold at auction for $13 million. Right before our eyes, art-based money laundering is reaching a new level with the advent of NFTs. Celebrities are investing in NFTs, and even teenagers are earning hundreds of thousands of dollars through this new technology. So, what's the secret? NFTs are unique digital signatures attached to any media file. This technology allows buyers to legitimately claim ownership of an image or video. And for a unique token, one can pay virtually any amount. In 2021, a Beeple NFT sold for $69 million. What made it so valuable? The artwork consists of 5,000 images that the artist created over 5,000 days. But it's not oil on canvas, it's a JPEG file. Adding fuel to the fire is the fact that NFT transactions are barely regulated and often untaxed, effectively turning digital art into a tool for illicit money transfers. The simplest scheme works like this: an artwork is copied from any artist's website and uploaded to an NFT platform. A token is assigned to the image, and then it's purchased by the right company for the desired amount. However, the NFT market wouldn't exist without cryptocurrency. While crypto hasn't yet reached the scale of operations like those of Wachovia Bank, it holds immense potential. This August, over $500 million were laundered through one of the cross-chain bridges, a technology that facilitates the exchange of tokens between different blockchains. Tracing these transactions is nearly impossible because, unlike the fiat banking sector, cryptocurrency operates in deep shadows. But this doesn't mean cryptocurrencies give criminals a free pass. It paints a grim picture. Is everything out of control, leaving criminals unchecked? Not exactly. To combat money laundering, AML, banks and other financial institutions enforce KYC principles, know your customer. Today, you can't open a bank account without an ID, nor can you exchange currency. And if you want to cash out cryptocurrency on any major exchange, you'll need to verify your identity with a photo and official documents. So don't think anti-money laundering efforts don't affect regular people. Banks frequently pay hefty fines for failing to meet these standards. Often, AML regulations make life more difficult for ordinary people rather than criminals. Financial institutions play it safe, requiring constant proof of income sources. These are what economists call transaction costs. So even if you're not an oligarch, it's a good habit to keep all your financial records, from income statements to car sale agreements, in one folder. Trust me, you'll need it someday. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.